What happened?
Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to Nuestra Tabla Rasa, unless you're watching on another day and a happy day, whatever that is. Uh, I am Lucky Stone, and I am a powerhouse scientist who bridges the gap between quantum physics and open mind spirituality. Um,
Ooh.
Wow, that's powerful.
Victor, a
Yes, sir.
meditation guide who hosts daily sessions to activate shifts for thousands of minds into high vibrational state. How
Nice.
has your week been?
My week has been extraordinary, Lucky. Thank you so much for asking. I was sitting literally on the edge of my seat hoping you would ask me that. Yes, it's been good. On a serious note, it's been good. It's been weird. It's probably one of the more weirder weeks happening. However, I have to say, I think weird is going to be, in a sense, the new normal. So finally, our time has come.
Yay. I'm speechless.
Millie, our gifted psychic in matriarch who uses her intuitive gifts to bring peace, grounding, and healing into the modern home. How has your week been?
Oh, you know what? I've been the domestic goddess
Wow.
this week. I've shifted from the whole earthly world to micromanage my home and get everything in tip-top shape. So we're in the midst of lots, and I'm happy. We're starting off the week happy, and I got all my kids at home, so I'm happy. So can't beat
Excellent,
that.
excellent, excellent.
Hmm.
Trista, a master herbal practitioner, Reiki healing, and intuitive card reader who works directly with Earth's medicine. How has your week been?
Well, thank you. It's been up and down. Mostly up, but a little bit of like I have a migraine right now, so that's fun. And I'm kind of in that state where I don't know, is it something astrologically going on or hormonally? But one or the other. It's hard to fight.
I hear
But
you.
yeah, do ya? Yeah.
I have been fighting a migraine for the last couple of days myself, but I blamed it because I
Oh,
stopped taking
yeah.
my allergy medicine. I figured maybe I have allergies and maybe I really need the allergy medicine, or is it the weather, or is it just stress? Haven't decided yet.
I think it's I think it's the weather for me.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it
Yeah.
was the weather for sport
Yeah.
too. Sneezing and sneezing and
Oh,
sneezing.
Oh,
But
and I thought that was a dime. I didn't know it was a quarter.
it's an
That's
American quarter.
ridiculous.
I was just showing the size. I had to put something on there. And boyo, I said to
Yeah, no,
he thought, what? How'd
oof.
that quarter get up his nose? I think Scotty thought it would too for a second there. But as he was sitting there rubbing his face, and he did that, and I was like, as I described on Truthwave, and a little bit of it came out. I was like, oh, bless his heart. And I thought, put my snatch and just pull it, and it's like, are you kidding me? No wonder. Could you
poor
imagine have
thing.
something tickling your ganglia the whole freaking for two
Wow.
or 3 days?
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Jeez.
Hmm.
jeez.
That
Yeah.
was very, very, very impressive piece of
Grass.
radiographs. Yeah.
Sport. Sport goes big.
Yeah, yeah. Especially.
Okay,
Anyhow.
Um,
so
you want to
what?
explain that first? That comment that's highlighted
Which comment is highlighted?
on the screen.
From Dr.
Oh,
Cook.
oh. Unfortunately, it is hidden by my stupid computer. Can you
It's
please
it
cooperate?
says
Here it is.
it
Dr.
says from Doc.
Felix the cat. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I did not have a lab coat accessible, so I decided the next white thing it happened to be Felix the cat laughing. Um, uh, Hello, everybody, and in
I
today's
mean,
show,
same difference.
yeah, I mean Felix the cat is a scientist. I think he is.
Felix?
He does so many things. He had so many. I haven't watched him since I was a kid, so I don't really know what exactly he did.
He
He
kept
had a
time at my house.
Yes, yes. I My aunt had those. We didn't have one in our house, but we had. Um,
Well, can I interject something?
oh, why not?
He made his debut in the 1919 silent film Feline Follies.
Oh, you cut out.
Okay. Uh,
1919
No, you're still not back.
test
yeah,
test.
you're fine. You're
There.
good.
Okay,
Okay. Now you're good.
so
Now you're
Felix
good.
made his debut in 1919 on November 9th in a film called Feline Follies,
Hmm.
and the exact creator is a subject of historical dispute. So, yeah, there might be a little bit more to Oh Felix the Cat. Yeah. Yeah, so there we have it. And you know, of course, Felix is short for Felis, the Latin Felis for cat,
Oh,
And Felix for happy. So happy cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
okay.
Mm,
That,
mhm.
and
Makes
he's
sense.
laughing. Well, that's appropriate.
I love it.
Uh, tonight's subject was about saving the world. And in this discussion, we're stripping away the fluff. No toxic positivity, no spiritual bypassing, just raw, grounded, actionable truth on how to step into your power as a conscious reality architect. Drop a comment right now where you are tuning in from. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive straight into the 5D resolution. I think I'm going to step away from the help from the AI. I've been talking negative about AI, and I asked AI to help me with some ideas for this show, and it was very helpful. And but most of focusing on this serious question: can we save everyone? Can we bring them all into the 5D?
We can't save people who don't want to be saved, so I don't think so. Because I think that not everyone is going to, resonate with everything. So there's got to be choice there, right? I think people save themselves. I don't know if we can save other people.
Did you want to go, Millie?
Sure. I was going to say that it's not our job to save anybody. We have to save ourselves. And in saving ourselves, we save everyone else, right? Because we lift the
Yeah.
vibration and,
Yeah.
we do what we have to do, and everyone else then does their part.
And back to your question being that can we save everyone?
Can we save again? Can we save everyone?
I
Can
will.
you?
Yes, I will say that I can save everyone that wants to be saved. That's
Hmm.
the way I'll say it.
Nice.
Yeah, because that way it kind of incorporates a little bit of both of the previous answers. Not that I'm trying to be conformist or anything. It's just that simply it just happens to be my initial reaction. Is it's like anything. Some people that don't know how to swim get into water and they just sink and they don't paddle or flail their arms or anything. They just assume that they're just going to die since they don't know how to swim without even trying, in a sense. And I think that is sad. And no one will ever die. No one will ever drown on my watch because I'm a very good swimmer. Put it that way.
Yay.
Oh, hmm, hmm.
That's good because I'm a not so good swimmer.
And I
So
know someone on our
that
panel, I'm
helps.
not going to say any names, that doesn't even know how to swim.
It happens. I didn't learn to swim till I was 11.
Well, the thing in Canada, the
I didn't
leg.
learn to swim till I was 50 something because,
See?
I've
So,
always
pardon?
known, I've always known how to swim.
Well,
That's
the
like
well,
thing.
something
because
that
you're
I've
a
never learned.
Pisces.
Oh, that's right.
Were you just put in the water like right from the womb, just like they do
I wish I would
sometimes,
have done
and
that.
It's
the
the way they do it
babies?
on. It's the way they do it on my planet.
Hmm.
See? In fact, now he's a fish out of water. So,
Right.
But Victor,
Sorry, Lucky.
well, do you need to save everyone? As everyone comes to you, is it Is it your goal to save everyone who comes into your life?
It is not my goal at all to save anyone. It's just something. If they get saved and whatever I'm sharing, then so be it. But it's not like my. I think it's more like my goal is to help everyone more than it is to save them, because the saving comes back down to the personal choice, and I'm not making that choice. All I'm doing is basically showing a way, showing a path, showing the path that helps me. Okay, I know how this is the path that I am on, and I share my path essentially. And if that ends up saving them, then all better. Hey, that's good. And I'd love to have them with me. I'd love to have them on the path with me, even if it's not my path, even if it's Millie's or Trista's path or your path. So either way, as long as they're on that path and they're taking those steps, then I think it's a win-win for everyone. Because every time we get an upgrade, you guys, I think everyone listening to us, you guys all know what it means to get an upgrade. Every time Millie gets an upgrade, that helps all three of us because we interact with Millie all the time. Every time Trista gets one, that's helping us, and you, Lucky, and that works that way. How many people from all of our various communities have shared their experiences with us and saying, "Hey, I just had this event happen," and you're like, "Yeah, awesome! Thank you for sharing that," because that just increases our understanding. Yeah.
And it's like the Y-Files episode that was just on,
The more for
talking
the
about that, the more
nice.
things come into our individual consciousness, it goes out to the collective. So yeah. And
So
that's
look
why
at
I
people.
think like really the only thing that I can do is do what I do and hope people resonate with it and, get something from it or follow along or whatever they have to do for them.
Right. Well, I was going to say, and look at people like Stacy, who volunteers at all these big conventions and meets all these people and makes it a point to not only just be there working it, but then she interacts with them, she engages them, she takes pictures with them, and then shares those pictures and shares those experiences with us, and then hangs out with us. So as she gets activated and shares source codes or any kind of codes with those people, then she shares them with us
Hmm.
very
Yeah,
actively too. It's not even, you know what I mean? She makes it a point to mingle.
I love that
Hmm.
quote by
that,
Lucia.
that
Hmm.
is nice. It's the gift of the gab too, is what Stacy has. She
Yes.
has she
Mm-hmm.
has that ability to talk to people, put people at ease, and so in a sense, Lucky, you're kind of getting to our superpowers, and I would say Stacy has that superpower, that gift of the gab.
She's personable. Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
But people come into your life. Is there some kind of drive where you want to bring them into the fold, into the upgrade system? I don't know how else to put it. Do you want to help upgrade others? Is your goal in you to is there a maybe I think goal is a good word rather than you don't want to force anybody, but you kind of want to. Do you have any aspirations to help them along the line to in alignment?
Can I interject something here, ladies, before you answer? When I first came on the path, I freaked out. This lady came over to do my then girlfriend's hair, and I'd just gotten on. I was like fresh, brand new, and I sat there and ran that poor woman up one downside of spirituality, my very in-depth knowledge of it, and down the other. And I was like just like maybe 3 or 4 months in, and I was just so happy to share. I was so happy to share. I was so happy to share. I'm like, come on, why are you not high fiving me? She was freaked out a little bit, but I think I think we may go. I think we may go through phases like that, and I mean, think about it, ladies. Have either one of you gone through that, or Lucky, where you just, oh, I want to share what I know. I want to share what I know, and we even get some of it in our various channels. People come in and say these big long paragraphs of, oh, well, you got to do this and this and this. But I, on a personal level, I would say yes. I went through kind of. I think it's a stage. It was a stage for me where I wanted to share everybody share this wonderful path I just got onto, because it's just like, why are you not doing this? Why are you not jumping for joy because I just shared this with you? And it wasn't about me. It was about, hey, look at this path I'm on. It's freaking awesome. And then, of course, that's before all the other stuff started kicking in. So now I'm a bit more chill about it.
Same thing, right? And I think it's because we're empaths. So as empaths, we feel for people and we see, hey, they're in a not so great place right now, or they're not really happy right now. So we want to share all this information with them and bring them along and be like, hey, come drink the Kool-Aid because this is how good it is and this is how good it's going to be, and it's all fake, and you're doing them a disservice because you're shocking them. But we don't know that because at that stage of the game, we are overzealous, and we think that everyone should see it like we're missionaries or something, but then we that's a phase, we realize.
I think, yeah, I think for me, and like I didn't have like a big awakening like that. Like it's always kind of been in my peripheries. So I haven't had like a huge moment or a huge realization that I felt like I had to unload. I had like micro uh, experiences like that where it's like different, ideas or whatever that I'll want to share. But at the same time, I feel like, and maybe this is more where people end up growing into, where instead of trying to bring everybody along with you, you just be what you are and let them, and you've got to meet people where they are too, right? And dumping, experiences that are just way out of their field isn't going to resonate. You got to kind of get in there and just be closer to where they are, and and share things that maybe they that they might be able to relate to more, or just share like a normal person, and then they'll pick up what they want, and you don't have to be pushy about it either, right? Like just, yeah, be the change or be whatever you want to be, and be what you want to put out into the world, and let them acclimatize to it or adjust or whatever. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it's okay. No, you're not. You're making a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Because
understand it.
you basically say meeting somebody at their where they are, and I think we're all probably, our panel here at least is adept at that now. Because you were, see, I wasn't gifted with these gifts like you were, Trista. I wasn't raised with them. Like I think Millie, you've always had yours too, right? Yeah,
I know,
Lucky,
but yeah.
Lucky's definitely had all of his. He's had
Hmm.
them his entire life. That's weird, isn't it? Trying to point. Oh shoot, that way. Dang.
Um, yeah, no, well, I drowned when I was a little kid, so I mean, I learned how to swim pretty quickly. So, and that kind of brought me into it. Um, it's kind of was one of those things, seeing things that other people couldn't, became a gift and a curse as a little kid. But that's just side. How would you describe to someone what an empath is? No, what it's like to be an empath? How would you describe it? If someone asks you what it's like to be an empath, or what it's like to have your certain Claire, how would you describe that to somebody? Trista,
uh, what is it like to be an empath? Well,
what is it
for
like for
me,
you
and
to
I
be an
think it's
empath? Yeah,
I
yes,
think it's
you.
different for everybody, for sure. For me, I'll feel other people's emotions. I will sometimes feel other people's physical pain. And if I'm in a crowd, just because there's so much going on, so many different emotions and things, I find that really overwhelming. And um, I don't want to, I want to word this carefully. It requires some recovery time afterwards, where I can sit and yeah, and ground and stuff like that. So that, yeah, that I think that would be for me. And I feel like it probably also comes with the territory that, just being able to sense, um, people are being honest or not, and stuff like that as well.
Cool.
Hmm.
Next.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have something, Victor?
I was waiting for him to call.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait too.
Oh, uh, I'm sorry, Tristan. Already done. Millie, what is
Oh
it
yes.
like for you to be an empath?
Um, it can be like a roller coaster sometimes because I'll be at a certain baseline and I'll walk in somewhere and people will be really happy and then Millie will get really, really happy because I'm picking up on everyone's happiness. But then I might pick up on someone's anxiety. I might pick up on someone's pain. And by that I mean physical pain. So I'll be like, "Hey, does your foot hurt?" Or or "Oh, like anything. It could be anything." So it takes a certain amount of focus on my part because sometimes I think it's me and that can become overwhelming. So I need to pull back and realize, hey, what are you feeling? Is this really yours? That's not mine, because it's almost like they're projecting onto you, but not on purpose. So it's different than projection because it's you just soaking it up like a sponge. So you're walking in and you're just picking up on everything and by everything it can be really everything. And sometimes you're thinking, "Oh, why am I feeling this?" Or so it gets easier as you realize what it is that you're capable of picking up as an empath. So it's a learning experience, but then once you do, then it gets easier and then you learn how to recover faster or how to shield yourself in certain ways where you don't pick up certain things.
Hmm, it's interesting. Ring, ring. Hello. Ring. Oh, Victor.
Oh, yes, sir. What was the question? Now I'm just stuck with it.
I
Uh,
don't know.
concerning,
What is it like for you to be an empath? If someone asks you what it's like for you to be an empath,
I would say that I'm probably, I wouldn't say that, I would say I'm an empath on some level, but I'm far more effective at, because when I'm out, oh, I'm sorry, Nub. I guess she wanted my attention. She just touched me on my arm.
hmm
I would say I'm not as susceptible in a sense to feeling like rogue energies around me, like picking up people's stuff. I feel it more so when it's directed to me. When it's directed to me, I can freaking tear it apart. I can freaking tell you exactly what it is
Mm.
when it's directed to me. But if it's not directed at me, then it's kind of just sloughs off. I don't really feel it. So
hmm.
like the general malaise somebody might feel of walking into a room. I can feel room energy pretty because I'm looking for it in a sense. But usually when I'm in a crowd of people, I'm usually saying in my mind, "Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?" But I don't pick it up from randos very much. It has to if it's directed to me or something, and that energy that I feel directed to me is not necessarily just an anger or anything. It's I can feel all of them. So Millie, shame on
Hmm.
you.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you mentioned reading a room, and that's where you can use it to your benefit, right? So you're walking into somewhere, let's say for an interview or to sell somebody something, and you're like, all right, you know, you can shape shift if you can use it really well because you can fine tune it to make it work for you. Whereas you get a lot of people, oh, yeah, there's a downside, you're tired and whatever, but you can, I guess, transmute it or you can use that power. You can use it as a power. That's my point.
So in a sense, it's a superpower.
It is because you're reading that room and it is, and depending on what it is that you need to go do in that room, you can make it work for you.
Interesting. That's yeah. For me, it gets kind of weird where I can feel everyone's energy, yes, but before I go into Walmart, I gotta turn it off. Turn what right
Especially
off.
Walmart.
The problem with Walmart is they got those new mannequins with no faces, and so
Oh,
I've
oh,
seen those.
so I'm walking around Walmart, and my brain says those kids have no faces because I'm not, and it freaked me out because my brain was like there was children over there with no faces because I'm not because I don't feel them. I don't feel anybody. I turned it all off. So Walmart is my worst. It's a torture chamber for me. I
Hmm.
want to in and out of Walmart. But again, that was a new experience a couple days ago where I'm walking around Walmart, turn it off, not going to feel anyone's energy, just going to come in, go out, do my thing. And then I saw the mannequins with no faces, and it just shocked me.
Hmm.
And I left.
I've never
So I
seen a
don't.
mannequin
You
in
should have
Walmart.
got a Sharpie. You should have got a Sharpie and gave them faces.
I
No.
love it.
That's awesome. And when I
Hmm.
go into
But purchase
Walmart,
them first so that it's official. You don't want to
oh yeah,
steal.
Oh, Trista, Walmart is like Canadian Tire.
I know
She used
what
to work
Walmart
at
is, and
Walmart.
Walmart's not like Canadian. So yeah, first of all, I worked there forever, and secondly, it is not like Canadian Tire because Canadian Tire, A, it smells like tires,
Oh,
even in the sections that are not tires, and B, it's more pleasant. It's a lot more pleasant of an experience. It's kind of fun, and
I've never been to Canadian.
Walmart is just bleh. Sorry.
well, when I go to the Walmarts, because I can feel the energy in there, and it's just kind of oppressive. When I go in there, I project. I just
Kind
stay
of.
in projection mode the whole
Yeah.
time. People will, of course, avoid you and turn from you and stuff like that, or look at you weird, or kind of go like that. But I just project. I'm just going to project that love out, and that
Hmm.
changes my whole experience whenever I go in there. I just think project, project.
How do you know?
Hmm?
How do you know they wouldn't have been looking at you weird anyway if you weren't doing that?
Well, there is that possibility.
Because he can feel what they're directing. So they go,
I'm being smart
Hey,
ass.
Don, do-gooder.
but if you're projecting energy, isn't that depleting your energy?
No,
You're not
No,
gonna.
and I've got to say, because I'm good at that, and I've never thought of using that as like a boundary, but that's a really good
hmm.
idea. I'm going to try that next time I have to go out in the world.
So, but projecting energy, where is the energy coming from?
Source,
Father Sky,
if you do it right.
Yes. See, that's what I'm trying to get at is
unity
that
consciousness.
we have unlimited source, but remember, I'm trying to gauge this show towards people who might just happen to find it, and they would never understand that we can absorb grounding energy of Mother Earth and also source energy from Father Sky and those kind of things where unlimited energy. Absolutely. And sometimes I forget that. That's something that I need to keep reminding myself when I'm depleted that there's plenty of energy all around us.
Hmm.
But being self sufficient kind of puts us in a weird place where we think we have to do it ourselves when sources everywhere. But sources are going to come to you and give you an energy unless you request it, and it'll give you everything you want. But again, you have to request it first, at least in my opinion. And I have lots of those.
You
Um,
have to request it?
I think you do, yeah, because even
Re-
subconsciously, it's there, but spirit doesn't interact with you until you are willing, open, ready.
Ooh.
Okay.
Unless you're always
So
ready,
what
man.
are so Kate? Can you back up like just a few moments? So you're saying you have to request what exactly? Source energy, or what are we talking about?
I, for myself, will, when I need energy, I will request energy from Mother Earth, grounding energy from Mother Earth, visualizing and thinking of source.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but if I
I
don't
think it
request
might
it,
just be
yeah,
Yeah, I think it might just be semantics of like how we draw from that. So that's kind of your ritual that you do, and Millie might have something else that she does to to draw that energy in. And I would say probably everybody has something slightly different unless they learned it from like somebody who taught them a very formulaic way. But I think if we're
Hmm.
doing it intuitively, it's going to be a little bit different each time. But same basic idea. That'd be my guess.
I think so too. I think that you have to. I think what's Lucky's getting at is that you have to know that it's a tool for you to be able to use, or that you can access it.
Hmm.
Like the same way, like when
That
they
makes
say,
sense.
oh, well, angels, or they can't be divine intervention unless you welcome it, right? Because they're not allowed to interfere because of free will. So then you know that, and then you're like, okay, I'm asking for divine intervention. I'm asking for you to help me. So if you don't know, hey, I need more energy, or I'm asking for more energy, or energy run through me, or however it is that you access this. Look,
Hmm.
for a while when I started watching Victor, it was like, oh, if you need extra energy, tap into Father Sky. So, sometimes you just need to say that to yourself. Okay, I'm tapping into Father Sky. I need to go get this done. I need this energy, and then until you yourself empower yourself. And then you're like, oh, okay, I can do that, and then you remember.
Hmm. Hmm.
You have to be taught, right, that it's okay, or that you can do it. And I think that that's what you're
Mhm.
getting at, right, Loki?
I don't know. Sounds
No?
good. Yeah, no,
Okay.
actually, yeah. But
Hey,
it's
remind Lucky the question.
Uh-huh.
well, I'm more for the point of what other people's experience are. And I hate putting my own eyes on it. I want to hear what other people's it's like for them because maybe Millie, I don't know, but maybe you have tapped in that you're always connected to whatever source of energy is. And for me, I need both. I can't just have source energy or grounding energy in Mother Earth. It throws me off. I need both, and with both of them, I have an unlimited energy, no problem. But without both of them, I'm off. And sometimes I forget that, and it's just like, well, why do I don't feel balanced? And it's because I'm not balanced. I'm not
That's good.
grounded.
See, and
That's
that's
excellent.
interesting because I, and
I'm
it
very
might be,
interesting. I am phenomenally interesting.
Agreed.
Go
Hmm.
ahead.
I like it.
I have no clue.
um, but and it might be because of doing like energy work and healing work that I'll pull that in. And like Reiki is universal life force. So it's basically, it's all that is. I've never thought of it different from grounding energy versus like, Father Sky type energy. So for me, both kind of come in together. And maybe that's why after a healing or like after a session of whatever, I don't really feel drained. I mean, I'll feel drained from everyday life things, but when it comes to energy things, I have energy for days. And
Hmm.
maybe that's why, because I'm drawing from both at the same time. But I don't really realize or didn't realize that I was doing that until basically right now.
Yeah.
That's interesting you bring up Reiki. I think people have a tendency to think of Reiki as being healing energy only, but that's not, as you just said, it's not
Yeah.
healing it. Reiki is technically the act of healing with energy, right? But you're saying that Reiki is
Yeah.
etern- life force energy,
It's it's the energy.
it's
Yeah.
the energy.
Yeah.
Huh.
It, like when you translate it literally, Ray is universal and Ki is life force.
I
Cool.
mean, I think you could do a whole show on Reiki. Reiki is a very it sounds simple, but the more you look into it, the more it gets to be complicated, and that's why I'm not going to go any further. $100 stuff, yeah.
Mm.
Walmart. I know the path. I go in and I go out. I do not want to stay too much longer.
But that's a good example, though, because they do it in casinos. They take all the
Hmm.
clocks out and pump in oxygen, because
Hmm.
typically in casinos you're allowed to smoke in them. So they pump in oxygen, no clocks. So next thing you know, you get there at
Mm.
10 p.m. and it's 4 in the freaking morning, and you're still ready to go.
Hmm.
Still
And it's
ready to go.
amazed,
I'm sorry, ready to go. There we go.
right? It's amazed. You can't even.
Also, yeah, yeah, you're trapped
Hmm.
and you have to walk by everything on your way out. All the things
Hmm.
that you were like, no, I won't get that. And then on your way by the second time you do.
Ching, 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 ching.
Also, in case you didn't know, and I only just had this come back to my memory recently, but I had a training in essential oils back in the day from this one company, and they said um, to burn orange oil in your diffusers in the store because orange oil will make people want to spend money.
Ah,
That's so underhanded. I
see,
do
and
love it, but that's a little tricky.
but there's lots of things like that because I used to do like color therapy, and for if you're painting walls, if you paint them the green and the red color, then people think it's the holidays and they're going to spend more money. So there's a lot that
Mm.
goes into merchandising
Oh
and
yeah,
setting up stores and
yeah,
everything. It's really,
But
that's a whole art.
that applies also to your bedroom of not
Hmm.
having it really bright in your bedroom.
Yeah, my bedroom's pink, but a
hmm
very pale blush pink. And at the time when I was doing all the colors in the house, I was sitting there thinking, okay, what color do I need to make that? But I'm weird like that. That's my kind of weird. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, okay, how can I do this?
So Reiki does recalibrate energy within the recipient, but it's the life force energy that does it, and it just comes through the practitioner. I'll literally feel it come in my head and come out my hands. Oh, just give it time, Clint.
I wish I could
Yeah.
see things and feel
Yeah,
like you
give it
all are
time.
just full of hate and fear and a bunch of other BS I can't even describe. Yeah, well, you have to go through that. You have to experience that. You can't fight it. You have to experience it. And that's the problem you're having is that you're fighting it, in my opinion.
I can't comment. My phone died.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and give my 2 cents on this too. I think sometimes that is when I have
Wait,
stuff like that,
inflation, you should probably do like a dime. Go ahead.
yeah, or a quarter, since
Uh,
the quarter seems to be something I took a photo of today. The uh, I would say in that regard, when it happens now, and keeping in mind that Clint is where he is on his journey, I would say it might be a little bit more, probably considerably more. But now, whenever I get that muck and gunk come in, oh, I'll sit with it. I'll sit and process the
Hmm.
BS out of it,
Hmm.
and sit and just dig through it, and sift through it, and be like, okay, I think I've done everything I can, and then it's kind of just I kind of just let it go. Okay, I've done everything, and then I kind of let it go. That's the way I do it. Millie,
And, and,
and
and
or
2 years from now, that same thing, you might have to process it all over again on a whole different level.
mm,
mm-hmm.
So I don't want to burst your
Yeah,
bubble.
good
That
point.
happens, right, Clint? Right, or right? Anyone
I
here, right?
also,
I think we've experienced that.
yeah, I would like to throw in too, because like sometimes those things are
Can you
things
just
that people are
toss it
dealing with, like,
gently?
what I missed it.
Me too.
She said throw. I want gentle. I want to be gentle. We don't want to shock people. Throwing things at people is just too much.
I'm going to forget what I was
Mm.
saying by the time he's done. I'm like hanging on. I'm hanging on to it.
Oh my God.
Um, I think, yeah. So I think sometimes, like, if there's that like fear and anger that is kind of that underlying current, I think that's a different. There's different ways to approach that other than in the moment when it's like something that takes you over. If it's like that kind of like that ick that you just feel underneath everything, like just breathe through it. Like if that's what you're dealing with, then take that deep breath and send it into your solar plexus and send it into your heart and feel that heart energy go all over your body. I would say heart more than solar plexus. I think that's that's my 2 cents or my quarter. Or I mean, I'm Canadian, so I guess I probably got to throw a loonie in.
14.5 cents or something.
I don't even know what their currency is. But you know what? Before you even go through all that, I would say, hey, is this mine? What am I? Is this mine?
Mm,
What I'm
mm.
feeling? Is it mine? And then you might not even have to deal with any of that because it might not even be yours.
Hey, this goes
I
right
want you
back
to
to the
remind that.
empath thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
far more empathic, Clint, than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You,
Very, very likely.
so you have to
I'm getting shivers. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
start
yeah, that's
processing
a
it and say,
confirmation.
wait a second, this, what is this? Let me look at it. And you look at it and you realize, wait, this isn't even mine. Why am I having this feeling of such situation that isn't even mine?
That's that
That
dude
does
I
happen.
saw at the store like 4 hours ago that looked at me weird. I was, wow, what? Yeah, yeah, perfect. Perfect. Is it even mine? That's awesome.
Hmm.
It is, that's one of the big burdens. Yeah.
Yep. But he was just following up with that too. What did he say? I can't bring things up with. But fear, anger, and hate, it's, I don't know, it's so deep in me. Well, then you gotta, so then, yeah, it could be past life related too. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Or
Ooh, this-
And yeah, and who are you hanging out with? That too. Because if you're around people that are, yeah, so.
And so you have one comment here, Clint, where you say, to be honest, Millie, very little of it is mine, hardly any. But it made me this way. Well, but then you say, me empathic, ha ha ha. Well, but then if it's not yours and you're feeling it, then you are empathic. So, you know, um, maybe the first step is acknowledging that and becoming okay with it and then, working with it.
no, we're not leaving.
so this upgrade stuff, how would you describe to somebody, let's just say someone doesn't understand what the upgrade process is like. How would you describe to them what it feels like?
Oh, the upgrade thing?
Yeah, upgrade. Some
Ooh.
people they call it download. Some people call it they call it different things.
Oh, I think an upgrade and a download though are two different things. Like an
Then
upgrade would be
then you
like,
Mm,
yeah. What's the difference?
okay, so an upgrade is when you're at a certain level, right? That's your baseline, and then, for instance, you jumped. I think you would step into a new timeline where maybe now your levels, your new baseline is higher than where you were before. But to get there, you might experience vertigo, you might experience headaches, you might experience sleeplessness. Um, what are other things? You might actually have what they call the spiritual flu, which is really kind of like you're sick and your nose is stuffy and you're displaying everything like a cold. But so all of these things as your body's purging out, that's why you got the stuffy nose and everything. So you're purging out all these things and you're upgrading yourself to a higher level. So that's an upgrade. I'll let Trista talk about downloads.
oh, why
If she
me?
wants. Well, you don't
Well,
want to? Oh, okay, because I feel like
upgrade.
I'm
So
just
Well, it's not that I don't
talking.
want to.
what?
It's interesting because like a lot of the terminology like that is stuff that I didn't really encounter until very recently. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I assume I get downloads, but I'm not really always aware, I guess.
Because you intuitively
You know what I
know. So
mean?
like now you could recognize it. Like that was my thing because I figured I have a lot of clear cognizance. So I just know things and people are like, "Well, how do you know what I don't know how I know. I just know."
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
this is like and it took me a long time to really be very centered and confident. I know, and I can't show you receipts for what I know that I know, but I know I feel it in my bones,
Mhm.
or like if I say something that I know, then 5 seconds later I'll either see it in a title to something, I'll hear
Mm.
something that is directly related to what I just said. I may get spiritual chills, something. I get that confirmation, and the more I go ahead and say it, then the more now they come. And as far as like someone was talking about ringing in your ear, the ringing in my ear will start when sometimes when I'm getting these upgrades. I don't get it as, or I'll get ringing in my ear if someone maybe, but that's kind of new. But I have heard of people that get it where ringing in their ear they get when someone's speaking truth or not truth and they know. So it depends on you
Mhm.
get familiar to what it is for you. So as you know yourself, know your body, know how you react like that. And the downloads,
That
like
makes
I said,
sense.
it might also be like I'm very clairaudient. So I might hear something. I might see somebody and I just might get like Joker in my head. or all kinds of things that sometimes sound very offensive, and I wouldn't want someone to hear them. But that's kind of like someone throwing a red flag at me, like, hey, either stay away from that person, or oh, okay, it's okay to approach that person,
Hmm.
and it's not anything that is um like a racial profiling type of thing where I'm like making an assumption
Yeah.
about them because of something. It's something that I'm hearing clairaudiently, and it's like, okay, I'm going this way now, and
Yeah. See, I wouldn't have thought of those things as downloads, so I'm glad that you answered that because yeah, yeah. It's just
Can
like
you
I don't
read
know. I
that?
don't know. I sometimes I just don't find the words for the things, you know? It's like, oh, this is just something that I do, something I experience. Sorry,
hmm
go ahead, Lucky.
Clint's message has gone away already.
What was it about?
Uh, I do know things. I can feel things before they happen. I pick up,
Yeah, he's an empath.
pick up on situations when I enter them, sometimes very accurately. Yeah, like, so why are you arguing with us, Clint?
yeah,
We
It's
told
you're a
you
Taurus.
so.
it's like put a bow on it. That's empath. Sorry, you are one.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Or
Then
As Sheldon Cooper would say, I informed you thusly.
so that's yeah.
The raffle.
Victor, do you want to be involved in the download upgrade sort of situation, or are you satisfied with Millie's?
I would say downloads like what we just read right here from Diana, saying that she understands what she's hearing. And some people have that. I know there's some people out there. I think Millie does that too. It's like when you're getting a download, you're like understanding what you're getting. Me, I just get the blast, and then I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then I kind of go in and just assume that it'll kick in later. Like Scotty forgets about stuff and just knows it's going to hit later. And I would say I'm in the latter camp. I just let it come in and blast me, and I mention it to somebody, whoever's listening, and see if they're having one too. But upgrades, I would say, for me, are typically, I know I've said it to some of the people on this panel. I feel like I got an upgrade today, and I think they've probably said it to me as well. And it is a knowing. It is a knowing, and it's almost like you feel the dial on yourself in a sense getting turned up. That's the way I would say an upgrade is. Or it's like you have this wonderful knowing. Well, I just used that word, but it's almost like the universe makes just a bit more sense to you sometimes in that moment, and it's significant enough for you to say it to your friends, like, oh, I feel like I've gotten upgraded today because I feel a different way. I see things differently now, and I understand things in a new way. So I would say that upgrades are very important to especially if you notice it, to sit with and really get into it about what's happening. And this goes all the way back to our Walmarts, going to the Walmarts and doing this and that. I used to be really into, and we say it at the beginning of every Truth Wave session. Archangel Michael and Spirit Guides, please put it well. We do it with the universal powers of truth. But please put a sphere of love and light around me, and only let that which serves my higher good enter. I did that for years, and now I just do it. No, I just, okay, I need a sphere of bubble around me, boom, I just put it up. And it's just like, it's autonomic now. Because, it's almost like you do it your 10,000th time, to go to Michael Jordan, who did that shot 10,000 times. And supposedly at 10,000, that's the magic number. That's when you reach that mastery, or at least a level of mastery. And if you want to look at that book, what was the book? Can't remember the name, but it was all about all these examples of people doing things 10,000 times. Tiger Woods, another one, taking that shot, doing that practice, and that shot 10,000 times. And does it take 10,000 times? I don't know, but that's the reference they used in that book. However, I think that's what upgrades are around. Something that you used to do, and now you just do it. It's like we've had this conversation here before about using crystals and using crystals and using crystals for this and that. And now you may find that you use one crystal instead of using a pocket full of them. That's a perfect example of upgrading your ability. So I think it comes in many different ways. And it's just being awake enough. If you're awake enough to sit and question it and go, oh, I think I just got an upgrade, then you're certainly awake enough to sit with it and figure out what feels different. It could be your energy, could be now you're actually hearing people's thoughts. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, wouldn't that be something? That's
Yeah, it's
some.
funny.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's funny because when you were talking and I was talking to you before about saying how the ear ringing, some people get it and I don't know that I'm
Hmm.
getting it yet. And when you were talking truth, and I got the right ear ringing. So I was
Ooh.
like, yeah,
Well,
so that's why I was
that's,
going like, because I just wanted like if you rewinded it, but you know what I mean.
oh, I
Whatever
saw
you were
you. I
saying
saw
was
you point
truth.
to your
Yeah, yeah.
ear. Yeah.
Hmm. So it's
Cool.
truth. And
Interesting.
the
Interesting.
other thing I was gonna say, what's 10,000 times, like when I used to coach cheer, I used to make the girls like do it over and over again and from different parts, because there's lots of counting, and I'd be like, okay, well, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna become muscle memory. So this way, you're just doing it, and you're not even thinking about it because it's just in you. And I think that that has to do with the whole doing it innately. So even if, let's say, their music shut off in the middle of a competition, whatever, they would know, and they would just do it. They
Yeah.
mastered it.
Well, let's talk about sports. In high school, I was a wrestler, and we had this coach, and we did the same series of moves over and over and over and over, and it looked flashy because before we'd have a meet or something, we would get out there and do these. And the way these moves were set up, it was made so at one point the person on the bottom is going to escape and then do the same exact thing the person that was on the top did to them. So it's just like boom, 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 and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Hmm.
But what that did was that gave us 3 years of having championship teams. I mean, we all went undefeated because we had this this ballet that we did, and the only thing, and it was like get the takedown, which we would practice and practice and practice, and then we would win. We would typically win in under a minute or two because we
Right.
had this series of moves instead of kind of doing these general moves and practicing and letting kind of everybody be on their own. We were a team because you
Hmm.
would know that that guy was on my team because of the way he wrestled, just like that. Just set
That's nice.
signature moves, boom, and it works. I guarantee I could probably go to a local high school as a wrestling coach, teach that same philosophy. They could be 6-20, and I bet you the next year, I bet you they would be 20-6 or even better, just because it is so effective. But no, these people nowadays
You
like
got to
to
keep it
wrestle.
simple.
Yeah, you keep it very simple. So that way there's
Hmm.
never any thought you're in this position. It's like in jujitsu practice, if anyone's trained, I know Clint has trained jujitsu, is you do those, you have that autonomic reaction. Autonomic reaction, and it applies to our spiritual growth too. Same thing,
Hmm.
you have that autonomic reaction to things. I think it's beautiful.
Hmm. Perfect.
Hmm.
Wow.
But the download is the message, while the upgrade is higher definition, getting future
Mm.
messages. But the problem is the upgrade process means you have to go through a growth phase, and it can make you feel sick because your body's changing and getting rid of the old, which no longer aligns with you.
Hmm.
And I mean, to be fair, I'd say like probably almost everything we go through energetically is reflected physically in our body in some way. And it might not have a chance to manifest, and that's great if it doesn't. But yeah, I think our, our energetic, everything we go through energetically affects us physically and vice versa.
And we
We
can
are
do
all,
things.
we're like three different bodies, but all in one. So I think that yes,
Hmm.
we go through those upgrades and like we'll have a flu or whatever, and we're purging, and then we're like, okay, now I had an upgrade, but that person over there just has the flu. No, I think that person over there with the same flu or with a flu is probably going through the same things energetically at the level that they're at.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
what I was going to say is that when when you get hit harder, I think is when you're just learning. And there are some that, don't get me wrong, will knock you on your butt, right? But in that toolbox that you've acquired as you keep, going up and up and up and up, there's things that you learn. Oh, okay, well, if I exercise, or if I spend time in nature, or if I drink more water, or if I make sure I get sleep when I'm supposed to, or I go and do I don't know, if I go do this meditation, it's going to center me, and then I'm going to be able to take on this energy. You know what I mean? you learn what to do to help yourself, and what is agreeable to
Hmm.
you. If I listen to the tuning forks, then that's going to help me release. That's how these upgrades get easier too, because you already know your
Yeah,
medicine, like
yeah.
a supplement, right? So you take zinc when you want the cold to move. So then okay, well, I feel a sniffle, I'm going to take some zinc. But if you're really spiritual, I guess you would know not to take the zinc because you could just fight it. I don't know, spiritual. I'm not there yet. That's why I say
I
it like
think,
I
yeah,
guess, because I don't know. I'm not there.
yeah, I agree. And I'm the same way where I'm not there, but I do believe that we could just, take on the frequency of the zinc and then we'll be the zinc.
Ding, ding,
Be
ding.
one with the
Yeah.
zinc. Hey, can I interject something too, since we're getting a little bit short on time? Lucky, I've started doing this thing that anytime Trista freezes up on her camera, I take a screenshot of it.
Oh,
Oh, great.
And I
I
would
love
love, with Trista's permission, to share one of them.
oh my God.
that's so not necessary.
Okay, okay, we'll skip it.
I guess. I
We'll
mean,
skip it.
everybody saw it. Everybody saw it when it happened and it was up there forever. So, like, what's the difference?
All
Go
Okay.
right, so it's
ahead.
okay. Is it okay? It's
Yeah,
so fun, though. It is so fun.
it is. It's so
All right,
funny.
there we go.
It is funny.
And I named it Funky Trista.
Oh, I love it.
I
I
like
love
to
it.
say that's my fart face. And it could be either
Oh,
producing or experiencing. It go either direction.
that's good. It's versatile. Oh, I like that. I like that. Just
All right.
Oh my God. Thanks. Thanks, Victor.
You're welcome.
Well,
Trista,
that
you were getting a download, don't lie. You are.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
All drummers have a face. Oh
Uh,
my God, you have to read the comments. You know,
oh my
you go
God.
to a video and
Yeah.
got to go to the comments. You don't want to miss these. These are great.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
our new fart cat image.
Oh, and we found one. Trista and I have it. We need to
Oh
figure
my
out how to get
God.
that from Instagram, Trista, because I sent you that fart kitty thing the other day.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if all else fails, I've had to screen record things before when I couldn't share them. So that's a possibility. I don't know how long it is. I don't remember now. But yeah,
Cool.
that was pretty good.
so. In order to save the world, does everyone need to be saved, or is it how many need to be saved to save the whole world?
Hmm.
This sounds like a Trista question.
144,000.
No, no, I'm waiting for that
Okay,
key phrase.
can you? Oh, what are you waiting for? And I need to hear the question again.
Go ahead, listen.
If you want to save the world, how many need to be saved? All of them, or a small portion, or half?
So I think we all have different roles in where the planet is heading. And there's no such thing as saved because on the other side, we're all the same. So I think in that sense, that's what I believe that, that even the people who came here and maybe will lose touch and feel like they're not on the path and they're not being saved, but they came here to have their own experience and to contribute to other people's experiences. So once they pass on and go to the afterlife or the other side or whatever you want to call it, then how are they any different than the rest of us who are supposedly saved? I
Okay.
think we're moving the planet into a higher vibration, and I think that some people maybe aren't going to reach that higher vibration on this plane, but it's just a game over here. It's on the other side that it counts, and there's just other stuff going on. They're not even worried
Yeah.
about what's going on here.
Yeah, free your mind and your boat will follow.
And energy never dies.
That's right.
Hmm.
So, what are you saying to them? That from their experience, they chose to have that experience here. Everyone is doing what they wanted to do here. So, who am I to enforce my will on you? This is what
Yeah,
I'm
Mm.
doing.
yeah.
I just have one thing to sum this all up. What if the world is already saved and everything else is the lie? That we're being lied to, that everything is not. The truth is,
Mm.
everything is already saved. We're just being manipulated to think it isn't.
Well,
Could be.
kind of, but I just don't like that wording, right? It sounds very negative, but I
What?
do think that's kind of what Earth is. Like that we're being manipulated. Well, yeah, by ourselves when we decided to come here and do this. I guess that's when
No,
the
no,
manipulation,
no. By
like that's what
listening to
I
other
believe,
people.
right?
No, but by
Sorry?
listening to other people are manipulating us. The news, the media, and if we don't even watch news of the media, we're still being manipulated by the other people around us who tell us about the news and the government.
Can I interject something here concerning the news? Look, I'm so happy for our fellow beings out there because look what was peddled to all of us a couple weeks ago. A new virus. A new virus was peddled to us. And guess what? It
Didn't
is
go
out
very
of the
well.
news cycle.
Yeah.
It is out
Mm-hmm.
of everybody saw through it this
Oh,
time. Remember the one out there on a cruise ship peddled to us and oh nobody's buying it this time.
I
So
think I heard about it once.
Did you see what I put on I in the general truth wave thing?
mhm,
And the guy's like,
yeah. So well done. That's a hearty pat on the back for all of our beings on this planet for not buying into that this time.
mm-hmm.
So
That's everything I have. Unless
We're
you have
making
anything to
strides.
say.
yeah, I came across a quote. I'm going to share it again. I shared it over at Truthwave, and I thought it was worthy. And it is some people are so poor, all they have is money. So there's some food for thought.
Love that.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
is awesome.
It is a
Mm-hmm.
good quote. So that sums it all up. That we have everything we need, and sometimes we're put in the wrong direction. We're all rich. Just have to just have to see it. Thank you all for coming. I didn't thank any of you for coming. Thank you all. Mary
Yeah.
Wynn,
You want to
uh,
do the shout outs now?
Chloe was
We can
here.
do it.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's only 30 of them,
Tara,
Lucky.
hi, Lucia. God, yeah, great. Thank you
Did you
all
all
so
hit
much for
like?
coming.
Hit the
All of
like.
you. All of
I love
you.
you.
Thank you so much. All you participants. Awakening Diffraction. Thank you. Ira B. Thank you. Incarnasol. Thank you. Karen Suki. Thank you. Let's Spirit Guide. Thank you. Linda. Jean Country Music. That sounds great. Thank you. Lovey. HQ.
She's
H.
my neighbor almost.
H6Q. Why do you make it so complicated
Well,
on me?
then why are you?
Thank you, Mary Wins. Thank you, Milk for a Snack. Thank you, Nuestra Tabula Rasa.
Oh, who's that jerk?
Thank you, Peace Please 4. Thank you, Scotty Boy. Thank you, Steve Bow. Thank you, Tara Lucia. Tara by Lucia. Thank you, thank you, Clint. Thank you, Time for Beach.
The one he knows.
Thank you, Trina P. Rinnam 555515. And thank you, Co-op Diane. Thank you, Billy. Dealer Prita 2808.
Ah,
Thank you all for coming. I think, Chloe was here. Thank you, Chloe. Yeah, Truth Wave. Yeah, there you are. Thank you, Truth Wave. I don't see anyone anymore. I turned it off. Thank you all for coming. Anyway, the less people are here, the better for me.
oh,
Thank you all so much. And then next week, maybe Victor will be host. Maybe not. Who knows? You never know with him.
And we're
Oh,
coming up
thank you
to
so.
what are we coming up to?
A party.
Yeah, we're supposed to be our 1 year celebration, which
Is hosted
in
by,
3 weeks.
well,
Me, I think.
But yeah, let's take it. You don't have to give
I
up
think
your
it's
shift
me.
if you don't want to. We could all just party too. However you want to do it. Like if you have a
Well,
good
why we could
topic.
always just
Let's
yeah,
take
we could party and then shift it over or whatever.
Yeah,
And
like when
maybe
we did
Nub can
Rabbit Hole.
host. Yeah.
How fun.
We could all have
Party
our
cat?
animals.
I don't
We could
have an
all have our
animal
animals
anymore.
host, and Millie, I could spot you.
Oh
Or
yeah, because you don't
Victor, I could spot you. We
you've
got you
got like
covered. Don't worry. A
yeah,
few
you
times
guys have
over.
extra. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay. I like that.
And unfortunately, I did not get through my whole script. AI really gave me a lot of great content. I'm gonna
Was it?
Oh,
burn it.
please share some of the gems. We would love to hear
Well,
the
no. Well,
highlights.
we passed the 1 hour mark. It's too late now.
Oh,
I
oh.
can't go
Oh
in.
no, we abandoned that rule that one time that Victor missed, and I went like 40 minutes over
Thank you, Linda Jean.
because
Linda
no
Jean's
one
gonna
was there
send
to
me a
stop
horse.
me.
Horses, courses. Well, thank you, Lucky. It's been awesome, man.
Yes, it's been an adventure. It's always good to go off script because that is a mess. Thank you all. See you next week or
Thank you. Have a
tomorrow.
great week.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Bye.
Howard.
Love
Good
you
Take
night,
guys.
care.
everyone.
All
Love
right.
ya.
Bye.
Hasta luego.